like your interest in creating self-improvement content in general?
I felt like the space is like really inspiring and very like life changing for a lot of people, including myself. As somebody who's been going through a lot of dark times in life for one reason or another, I think the idea of making videos to motivate people to improve themselves is just inspiring and just life changing. So that was the main reason why I got into it.
Alright. So, how have you seen the demand for self-improvement content evolving?
Oh, I think the demand is only going up. At first, at first I thought there wasn't much there. I feel like because of people like Andrew Tate and shit like that, people who are very like they're self-improvement oriented, but they're very also gimmicky. I feel like the market got like really like saturated after a while. But after doing some deep digging, I felt like there is some space that was really lacking until I decided to make an impact and try to get my message out there. So I feel like the space is just it keeps on evolving.
Where do you see the channel in 10 years?
Oh no, I like that. I like that. 10 years, to be honest, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be uploading it, but it's definitely gonna be a much different type of channel. It's definitely gonna be much more like lifestyle, probably more business oriented. Because business right now is one of my passions besides self improvement is business. 5 years from now, definitely gonna be super deep into self improvement, talking much more about like meditating, mental health, fitness, things like that. 10 years from now, I'm going to still be uploaded, but much more about like business and like how to grow yourself as a person and just be more financially free.
Will you ever do a collaboration in a year's time with someone big?
Oh, of course. I'm always down to collab with anybody. I'm trying to make friends out here.
What type of video would you make?
Uh, Interviews is always something that sounds cool, but even like just like, hey, hop on my channel and talk about something, or hop on your channel and talk about something. I'm down for whatever.
How do you manage to keep your content so authentic throughout these past few weeks?
I like I was taught when it comes to get into YouTube that the more honest you are, the more people will appreciate it, the more people will confide in you, the more people will relate to your story. Because even though some things so seem a little too personal to share or a little too personal to get into, and talking about it just almost seems kind of like insulting to the viewer. The more just real honest you are, the more people will just fuck with you. So that's why I try to be as blunt but also as vulnerable as possible.
Do you have any suggestions or advice that will guide me to like better life terms for my channel in general as well?
Upload every day. Upload every day. If you want subscribers, upload shorts. Upload shorts a lot. I I used to do 2 shorts a day, and that was pretty good for my growth. I not For the past week, I did 4 shorts a day. I got almost 100 subs off of 4 shorts last week. Yeah. So if you want subs, just do 4 shorts a day. The thing about the subs you get from shorts versus long form content, which I'm learning about, the subs you get from shorts, they're more like, I don't want to insult them, but they're not like a quality subscriber. They're not here for the long run versus somebody who saw like a 15 to 20 minute video and thought I like this person, so I'm going to subscribe. Somebody who saw like a 15 to 30 second video and subscribes, yeah, you got a sub, but are they really here for the long run? That remains to be seen. But if you just want subs, 100% just upload shorts every single day. But if you want to keep growing in general, yeah, upload as often as possible. And especially for your content, when you do like vlogs and stuff, that's perfect. You can record like 10 vlogs in a day, all of them like 5 minutes long. It doesn't really matter. So just upload as often as you can.
How do you see like an hour-long video being accepted by the audience, since the average view time is around 10 to 15 minutes?
I think I would get a good audience. It would just be a much different type of audience, and I would have to hope my audience grows with me. And if not, that's cool too. Because me personally, I love long format content. Like people who upload like hour-long videos about just random things that interest me. That's my type of content that I consume a lot. So if I can find people who are similar to me and like the more longer form content, that'd be great.
Would you like ever consider like making one long version and one shorter version of like the same content?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely chop it down a bit for people who don't have, I don't know, an hour or two to just sit down and listen to something. I know his videos is 100% scripted, which I remember I found out, which I thought was interesting. Because I tried, I'm sure you can tell, I tried the 100% scripted. I'm not a fan of it. It feels too like rehearsed, but I think that would just take practice. Right now, I'm trying to just talk with. Here's a little background of my videos. When I script things down, I have like a couple bullet points, and I might have like a funny line that I write down that I make sure to say. But for most of the time, I just start talking into the camera and hope that my editor makes something good. And I just start talking and rambling and just saying funny shit. But and I got that style I got from like Hamza, just talking for like unscripted for long periods of time. But eventually, I want to try the more well-structured scripted video like E-Man's. Cause his videos are great, very high quality, well designed, everything. This person, he's not self-improvement, but I just think his content is interesting. Sneeko's crazy. He's not he's not self-improvement. I think he's a troll half of the time, but I just think his content is hilarious. I enjoy Sneeko. Even though I don't agree with half the things he says. Alex Hormozy, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's great. Yes. He's not self-improvement. He's very big into business though. When it comes to like business and just work ethic. Like I learned a lot from him. I'm reading one of his books right now, his latest book. Very, very good. I highly recommend check out Alex Hormozy stuff if you're into business at all. For me.
Do you consider the concise version or the full version to be better in books in general?
The full version. I don't like when it comes to reading a book, I gotta read the full version. I gotta get all the information. Even if I think it's boring, I gotta power through that whole thing.
I understand that. That's good tactical way.
I don't like book summaries, none of that shit. Okay, Alex Hormozy, he has a great quote. He's like, you can't rely on book summaries because you're relying on somebody else's interpretation of what's valuable in this book to serve you. Because some things that you might think is super interesting, he might not give a fuck about. So he's not going to mention it in the summary. So you have to go out your way and read that book from front to end if you really want to gain all the valuable information from it.
Yeah, you're right here.
And certain books, you might get like halfway through and realize, Dad, this doesn't really resonate with me. This doesn't really hit me. So I'm not going to finish reading it. That's something I had to learn. That certain books are not going to hit you. So you might as well just put it down and maybe come back to it or maybe not. That's something I had to learn. My favorite book. Oh, Way of the Superior Man. 100%.
Heard of it. Frank E-Man talks about it.
Yes. E-Man talks about it. Hamza, he put me onto that book. That's like, that book is great, man. I was like, words can't describe how good that book is. That book got me into YouTube, damn near. That book got me into YouTube. That book damn near made my relationships better. That book, it tells you a lot and it tells you not a lot at the same time, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of information in that book. Some of it you can take literal, some of it you could take metaphorical. When it comes, it's damn. I'll consider it's damn near the Bible for self improvement. This book, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a lot of valuable information in that book.